Welcome back, it's Doug in PA. We all know how unfair it is when it comes to the court systems and men and women. Women get consistently less sentences for committing the same crimes as men. You guys remember that case 5 years ago where that white female police officer went to the black guy's apartment and then took him out because she thought it was her apartment? Remember that? Well, fast forward 5 years later, she's up for parole, guys. 5 years later, she's up for parole. It's crazy. And she only got sentenced to 10 years. Well, luckily, they denied her parole. So we're going to see what's going on with Amber Guyger and how her parole was denied. Before we do that, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. Shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this.
Back now to our top story. We have learned that Amber Guyger will stay in prison, at least for now.
Yeah, the family of Botham Jean tells us that she was denied parole on Thursday. Now, Guyger was sentenced to 10 years for murdering Botham Jean in his apartment.
Only 10 years. Took him out in his own apartment, guys. Only got 10 years.
She was a Dallas police officer at the time of that shooting.
Trevor Zohaki joins us now live in studio. And Trevor, this outcome, it's really a startling one. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, that's right, Madison and Carmen. When I spoke with Allison John, Botham's mother, she told me Guyger caused her family a lot of pain and said she felt like the 10-year sentence Guyger received for killing Botham was not nearly long enough. Guyger has spent 5 years behind bars so far. She was convicted and sentenced in 2019. She appealed that conviction, but lost her appeal 2 years ago.
So, did you hear the news anchor was like, oh yeah, this is a shocking turn in this case. Really though? Are they saying that because she got denied parole, it was shocking? Of course, it's two women caping for another woman. Second off, the mother's right. This woman should have got 25 to life. 20 years at least. For taking out this innocent man in his own apartment. The mother's right.
The former Dallas police officer said she confused Botham's apartment for her own, mistook him for an intruder, and shot him while she was off duty, so her body camera was not recording. She was up
Of course it wasn't.
for parole a couple weeks ago on what would have been Botham's 33rd birthday. Botham's family
Look at those crocodile tears. Look at that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
has been pushing for her to stay behind bars.
I believe that 10 years, that the sentence which she received was almost a slap on the wrist for the crime which she committed and the pain that she has caused my family ever since we lost both of them.
The only way this is going to get turned around is this is going to have to happen to enough women. Either they get sentenced or men that they know for them to be able to advocate for change, because they're never going to listen to us guys. Ever. So people like Botham Jean's mother, they're going to have to advocate for men.
A lawyer I spoke with said he didn't expect Guyger to get parole this time around since most people don't get parole on their first try, especially violent offenders. Guyger will be up for parole again in 2 years, at which point she'll have 3 years left in her sentence. Madison, Carmen.
And guys, I guarantee you in 2 years she's going to get paroled. Why? Because she's a woman. That's why. She lost her son to a police officer that confused the wrong apartment. She was on a completely different floor than her own apartment, guys. Just walked through the door. This guy was sitting on the couch watching TV, and all of a sudden, he's not here anymore. It's sad that she's only going to get 10 years, guys. 8 at the most. I guarantee it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.